I had just moved into a new apartment, 9B, on the 9th floor of an old building tucked away in a forgotten part of the city. It was cheap and I was broke, so I didn't ask many questions. The elevator groaned, the hallway lights flickered, and the place had this constant smell of dust and something rotting. My neighbor across the hall was a woman named Mrs. Delaney, mid-60s, frail, but kind. She gave me a plate of stale cookies the day I moved in and whispered, "Don't open your curtains at night, they don't like being watched." I thought she was just senile, but I should have listened. The first week was fine mostly, until I started hearing strange noises at night, soft dragging sounds like heavy cloth sliding across the floor, and faint tapping against my windows. I lived on the 9th floor. No one should be tapping on my windows. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I pulled open the curtains to find nothing but darkness and a mannequin. A life-sized mannequin stood on the balcony facing the glass. It wasn't there earlier. I stumbled back, heart racing. When I looked again, it was gone. The next day, I asked the building manager about it. He looked at me for a long time before replying, "You live in 9B?" I nodded. There used to be a man there, fashion designer, obsessed with mannequins. They say he went crazy, tried to bring them to life, performed rituals. Then one day, he disappeared. All that was left were dozens of mannequins arranged like dinner guests. No one could explain it. He walked away before I could ask anything else. That night I heard footsteps, not in the hallway, inside my apartment. I crept out of bed and saw something standing in the corner of my living room. Another mannequin. It hadn't been there before. I didn't sleep. I tossed it in the hallway the next morning. But by sunset it was back, this time closer to my bedroom. I started locking all the doors, all the windows. I even taped the curtains shut. But they kept coming. Silent, cold, always a little closer than before. I called the police once. They found nothing. No signs of forced entry. No mannequins. They left, and I turned around, and there it was, sitting at my kitchen table, arms crossed, head tilted, watching me. Mrs. Delaney came knocking. One evening, she handed me a small black pouch filled with something that smelled like burnt herbs. "Scatter this at your door," she said. "They're feeding on you. Your fear, your presence woke them up." I didn't ask questions this time. I did exactly as she said. It worked. For a few days. But the night of the full moon, the power went out. I lit candles. The room flickered with shadows. Then, a knock at the window. I froze. Another knock. Then slow rhythmic tapping on the glass. I peeled back the curtain. 5 mannequins stood on the balcony now. They weren't still anymore. Their heads turned in perfect unison toward me, and they smiled. The next morning, apartment 9B was empty. No one could find me. No signs of a struggle. No signs of a break-in. Just mannequins, dozens of them, arranged like a tea party. One sitting in my chair, wearing my clothes. Some say if you look into the windows of 9B at night, you'll see them, still moving, waiting for the next 10.